Dum 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 dum.
Uh-oh.
I found all of them. Also, I killed a guy.
Yeah, and his pet. At least I think there was one of those things riding on top of that monster.
You look like a fucking Skies of Arcadia NPC.
Yeah, he does, while... or she, not sure.
Angela. Oh, that makes sense. You will pay, Nene, or I will not help. I'm just saying is all. If you're not going to be the hero pod in future, you might have some potential as a jeweler.
My mom used to make bracelets like this, actually. Before, you know, Parkinson's made her hands not work, but let's not get into that.
Oh, Jesus, Spar. Just drop that, why don't you? Christ. No, I'm laughing because it's so awkward, not because I'm enjoying what's going on here.
Yeah.
First of all, then no more bracelet making because Parkinson's. Can we fit any other tragedies into this playthrough?
I think we're about to, here in just a moment with Gael'gar.
Oh, bloody hell. And Gael'gar comes in. Ever since you beat me, my dick stopped working.
Jesus.
I had to one-up you summer. Hello.
Hello, yes, what would you like? This is the kid whose granddad was a machina. Adopted grandfather.
Very good. I feel like the most quests we've done on screen in a row ever in the playthrough.
Yeah. Why did that kid have 36,000 gold?
Why indeed, Spar?
Come and see.
Okay, message received.
Come and see.
Yes, I must go do a thing.
Look at the rewards, though.
I know, it's pretty crazy.
And so now back to Companion's Cape.
Sure. Party. Well, she's with us in spirit, at least. I never did go to the end of Companion's Cape.
Well, that's where we're going now.
Ah, well. Lucky, lucky. Oh, it's got a little pond and everything.
You just can't avoid the shiny things, huh, Tom?
Nope. One day, you're just gonna walk past a Fez. Never gonna happen. Dum-de-dum. I can see them from here.
Yep.
That's kind of cool, actually. Dum-da-dum, dum-da-dum. Ether Protect, not bad. Ether Defense up, cool. Oh boy, here we go.
Final showdown. With Gael'gar, at least.
Not even voiced, ah! Wow, nice. Dude, we've been over this. You lost. Get over it.
This is basically his last-ditch effort.
That's why I brought a gun this time. Wahahaha. I will say it as many times as it takes to not voice act this. Yeah, you're kind of a loser, dude.
Yeah, he's gone a bit mad.
Gonna have to put you down, bro.
I will take dominion over all, and the world will be set to rights.
Resentful Gael'gar.
And he doesn't have his machine buddies with him this time.
I, on the other hand, have a lot of Nopon.
We're just kind of generally much better equipped for this fight than we were last time.
Well, I'm prepared this time, so... Fura slash, not unlike a similarly sounding word. Wonder if that was what they were going for. I'm probably just reading too much into it.
I think it was more like a wind kind of attack. He didn't really stand a chance this time, let's be honest.
One of one, done. Nope, still not voiced. What, could they not get the guy back?
I guess they just didn't really feel like it was important enough because his story's kind of wrapped up in the main game. This is just sort of a side quest to finish it. It's not quite like Tyrea's thing from the main game. I feel like it deserves to be voice acted, but, you know, my feelings don't really matter in this case.
Oh, poor Spa. Poor Spa. I'm literally the empress of your entire race, you fool.
Regardless of anything else, he has tried to murder you twice.
But then again, so did Tyrea, so...
This is true. Tyrea, at the very least, seems repentant. Well, bye, I guess. I like how they just stood there and watched as he did it, too.
Wow, he actually is floating like a feather. That's kind of beautiful, actually. I wonder if he regretted that, like, a few seconds in.
I think he was planning on it being this way the whole time. That's why he wanted to meet us here.
Oh, yeah, good point. Well, shit, I didn't think this was going to end in a fucking suicide.
I told you we were going to get another tragedy.
You want to try that word again, Spur?
Nope, I'm just going to leave it right where it is.
The only proper tragedy here is Spar's ability to speak.
Oh, well, I mean, that was lost years ago.
It was. Rip Gael'gar, and rip Spar's ability to speak as well.
Hashtag Spar was the cause.
Spar was the cause of this wonderful EXP! Huzzah! Huzzah! Alright, let's go kill the Fog King.
We've got a couple more quiet moments to do.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
The first one that you'll want to get if you want to finish off Tyrea's character development is on the north of the lake, behind Grandel.
Ah, behind. Okay.
That's the one you have to hit first before you can go to the other one, because there's two here.
Okay. Fuck. Keep forgetting the secret way to get out of here.
Yeah, I think that's the secret path that I was trying to mention last time, that I just couldn't really figure out how to get to.
Oh, you silly poopsikins. Yeah, over there. So, Gael'gar's dead.
He will be in a little bit. He's kind of going to fall first.
That's fucking awful. Like, he's still falling as we beat the Fog King. Like, there's going to be an after credits moment where it's just like, plop. Huh?
Yeah, see, that caught me off guard too. You can't actually put Tyrea in your party, you just need Melia.
Huh, interesting.
That baited me so hard, because I was like, man, I really think Tyrea could be a party member. And then I saw this, I was like, wait a second, did I miss something? But no, it's kind of just this.
Okay.
It's a fateful thing that you and I should see each other again here.
I think this quiet moment was actually available after we beat Gael'gar the first time. So this would have been shortly after that.
Honestly,
I will say, I do like how
I
Gael'gar is basically what Tyrea would have been if she held on to all the anger and
Before
whatnot.
long, I found
Just,
myself here.
you know, for the half-bloods instead of pure-bloods.
So it is but a work of chance. Is that right?
Exactly. Though I certainly didn't expect that chance would bring me back to Alchemoth. The rest is just as I told you. I helped Elam with his research and surveilled the city, waiting for the right opportunity.
So then, you're saying you remained here in order to win back the capital, yes?
If I'm honest, I have
Despite
to admit,
everything,
I did
she
consider
still
it,
has loyalty to Alchemoth.
at least until the
Well,
Fog
I mean,
King
it's a
appeared.
pretty nice city, so...
Yeah, well, it will be once everything's cleaned
And
up.
then?
Right now, it's kind of in shambles.
I ain't helping. I'm doing my part by taking out the thing that's squatting there.
When I showed up,
Just
I
get the
succumbed
pawn
to
specters to help,
everything.
though. They need something to do.
But they took me in without question. People like that, falling victim to that accursed monster. It doesn't bear thinking about. That's why.
You feel yourself indebted to them, right? Tyrea, you've changed.
Have I? Have I really?
Seriously, put on some trousers, woman.
Tyrea,
Tyrea, I
If
would
it's all
think
right
if you
for you,
hadn't changed,
why
you would
not
literally
come
be
with us?
trying to kill us right now.
Melia,
we can't pretend the past didn't happen. I know that. But still, can't we at least band together?
No, your party's already full. I couldn't possibly.
I really wish Tyrea had become a party member.
I-
She absolutely could have been a Dunban.
Nah, I'm perfectly fine with Kino and Nano. I had to take a moment there, otherwise I would have pulled a spar. I feel they fit story-wise, I feel they fit gameplay-wise to complement the party. But it would have been nice to have a bigger party.
that's not a dish.
But I understand also that it is an epilogue and not a full game, which I feel a lot of people
What do you
from
mean?
what I've seen from certain reviews and whatnot,
What don't you
kind of
understand?
criticised Future Connected 4 without realising what an epilogue is meant to do.
Since the day Yumea drew her final
Yeah,
breath,
it's closing
I've
off
lost sight
all
of
the
path I
stories
should
and
walk.
connecting to the other
Still the
games in the
same now.
series, you know, kind of subtly in
What
some
can I focus
cases, and
on?
kind of not so subtly
Where should
in
I
others.
go?
It depends on how much knowledge you
What will
have
bring
for the
meaning
rest of the
to my
series.
existence? Even my staying here, when it comes down to it.
My knowledge
I'm
being
just resigning
limited as it
myself
is
to the
for
whims of
Xenoblade X and
chance.
Xenoblade 2, I don't really see the connections that much. Future Connected by itself doesn't
You
really
continue to misjudge me.
do much as far as connecting to the
I have
rest. You've
not
got to have the knowledge
changed.
from the other games in order to make the connections, I
I've
think.
never known anything.
Or people in YouTube
Not
comments to
even
tell
my
you
own
what the
desires.
connections are.
I can tell you feel lost, Tyrea.
I've never had anything remotely resembling your brilliance.
Everyone, and I mean everyone, feels doubt. We lost sight of the right path in the Great War. We all did, not just you. I did as well. Nay, I still do now. If I said all my doubts were behind me, it would be a heinous lie.
Honestly, you could have had the whole thing just be about Melia and Tyrea, and I feel you would have had a decent epilogue, but it does go a lot further than that, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to have Shulk here, because he's the main character from the base game.
You can't have Xenoblade without Shulk Xenoblade.
In time, you will
And
find your
Ricky's kids are great. They're fun,
My
and that's
skills were once
kind of what
widely
this epilogue
recognized.
needed. On top of the really
Now
serious
ceasing to
story
try and
moments,
end your life.
just having some parts that are fun
That's
and
still
lighthearted,
something you
I
wish
think
to
is
do.
exactly what was needed.
If that were the case, you would have gone sailing over the edge of the Bionis shoulder a long time ago.
Oof.
I believe so too.
Sorry, memories of
In
Gael'gar
reality,
flashing over my
I'm
mind.
standing here talking with you.
Still falling, by the way.
So then,
Fuck, this is
I
a
think
long
that
way.
makes
I
us
completely
friends,
misjudged this.
doesn't it?
I'll fucking burn up in the atmosphere before he hits the ocean.
Those horns you travelled with.
I take that as a compliment, actually. But it's as you say. It's yet another thing I've learnt from them.
Why are you so damn persistent? Is that your crown princess duty? Or do you simply pity the weakling I've become?
No, I am good person who feels compassion.
Tyrea has not
I
had a
know
lot of
more
that in
this
her life.
self-loathing. My heart tells me it's the right thing to do. That is all. That is my
Her mother
reason,
was a bit of a
and the
cunt, if
only
I'm going to be
answer you'll
honest.
get.
Yeah, no, that's
Melia.
entirely true. We have no
What's
idea
more,
who her
Tyrea?
father was.
You're all the family I have left.
Except that he was half Homs, half High-Entier, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean that's obviously how she ended up being a
Once we have
half-breed
dealt
like
with the
Melia,
matter at
but
hand, would you please
we
give
don't
me
really
your
know
answer
anything about
again?
him other than that.
And what if I cannot give you the answer that you're looking for?
I will respect whatever conclusion you arrive at, so long as it's one you can live with.
And one I can live with. Don't try to murder me again.
Don't get your hopes up.
Or my friends.
Fine.
Especially
That
Kino.
will suffice
I
for
can't
now.
bear to think of a world without
I'll be
Kino.
waiting, Tyrea.
Should I really go along with Melia? Am I worthy? After all the years spent in
Yes,
shadow,
please join the party.
all the blood.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it!
Yumea, Mother, please give me a sign.
Just the word no rises out of the water. Well, you asked for a sign.
Alright, and there's one more at the top of the Grandel Tower.
I'm wondering if I can warp up there.
I don't think you can. You'll have to go to the Grand Arch and climb.
Ah, lovely jubbly. I like a bit of climbing.
As Ryan said, I love a good climb.
Mm-hmm.
Still one of the most awkward lines in the whole game for me.
I love a good climb. Little pond people following me around. Not unlike Patapon.
Don't think I've ever played that.
Neither have I, but I knew enough about it to recognise the cameo or the reference in Astro's Playroom.
Ah, okay.
What a lovely game. It's gonna be a HFC playthrough.
I have heard good things about it. Will be interesting once I eventually get a PS5.
Lovely. Both that and this. In the sight of Alchemoth, no less.
Tyrea,
And this is,
do you perchance
you know,
remember
basically
the
we're
day
about
that
to
we
head
two
off to
first
the
met?
Fog King, so this is their
I was
last
wondering what
moment,
you'd come out with.
you know, reconciliation with each
You
other
finally decided to settle
before
some
things
past
go to
grudges,
shit,
haven't
really,
you?
I guess.
Not at all.
Or before shit gets real, I guess is a better
I
thing to
just
say.
found it quite moving. Though we crossed blades, contended for our very lives, here we are standing shoulder to shoulder, gazing out at our shared ancestral home.
Quite. Getting over all that was a minor miracle.
Kind of, yeah.
If someone told me a year ago that we'd be doing this, I'd have carved out their spleen for suggesting it.
Okay, so spleens still exist in this world.
Tyrea.
I mean, I don't think the
about what
anatomy
I
would be
said
that
to you
different.
before.
Yes,
What do you mean you don't have a
All the
Glorpus? Really?
Blade?
perhaps.
All orbs have
Not
Glorpuses.
all of them. However, my answer to the question you posed is more or less ready.
Alright, let's hear it.
Tell me
Yes,
then.
I've thought about the question for the past 10 seconds that it took you to run up here.
Still falling, by the way.
Well, yes, that is true. Although, are you not also?
Quiet. You must continue the line. You and none other.
Well, that part wasn't in dispute. I was gonna keep
You are
on
the
keeping
light,
on being the
Melia.
Empress, so...
You must lead
Melia
us.
was actually,
Gather our
you know,
people under
accepted
your
as part of
banner.
the Imperial line. Tyrea, despite
I
being,
don't think
you know, of royal blood,
I ought to
was
be
never
different.
accepted. She was basically a bastard child.
Why, Tyrea? What leads you to
So while
say
she
such a
does
thing?
have the royal blood and could potentially
The fact is,
make a claim,
I was an inquisitor
she doesn't
of
feel
the
like she's
Divine
worthy.
Order.
And I mean,
My very
in all honesty, I think
existence
Melia is a better
was
fit for the job anyway.
You know what role the Order played in the Imperial family's history. I hardly need to remind you.
Yeah, they were the Sheikah of the,
Understand. I regret
high
none
end
of the
tier,
deeds I did
essentially.
for you, Mayor. But even so, all that I have done in that life lingers on inside me, a burden I can't escape.
Then bear it.
All I
That's
do
your
is
penance.
cast a deep shadow on your radiance.
This,
As the
I don't want to
Imperial
call it a
line rises
trope,
to
but
greet the new age,
it's
I will
something that's
contribute
used a lot
nothing.
in media,
I'd be
especially
a
Japanese
hindrance.
media, of having this burden or,
Hate your
you
own
know,
self
the
that
past that
much.
you can't escape. And having to accept it and grow from it is something that I really love
If that
in these character
Is
arcs.
the answer you wish to give me?
You can't erase the past, you
Then
just
it
have
would
to
be
learn to
wrong
live
for
with
me
it.
to speak out against it.
I think that's a big...
But I will say
It's a
this,
big part of...
Tyrea.
Well, I'll say this much. It's a big part of Persona 5 is just learning to
Runs in
accept,
your veins
you know,
As does
what
the mixed blood
what
of
has
your
happened to
homes.
you in life and move on rather than
We are
trying
no
to
different.
be upset and, you know, wallow in
How could we
your,
be?
you know, angst and stuff
At
like
this
that.
point,
You've got to,
it doesn't mean
you know,
a damn
move on
thing.
with stuff
You're wrong.
and just accept it as part of you.
Stop talking. I told you not to get your hopes up.
Can it really be your intention to keep blaming yourself? Why? Why won't you turn your eyes to the future?
Did you not listen to a
This
word I
is what your
said?
mother would have
While
wanted.
you were having fancy dinners,
How
I was
dare
like
you?
stabbing people
You
while they
didn't know, you
slept.
mayor. You didn't know my mother.
Meh! Two of you, stop flaptraps!
Oh, here's the levity.
Ah, the
Nene,
rare triple
what
quiet
are
moment.
you doing here?
That question very irregardable. Nene simply observes sneaky like from hiding. Miss Tyrea, Miss Melia, sister-pon fight is counterproductive.
I get it.
It's
Because
better to
Nene
have them
knows a lot
mixed up
about being a
lickety
good
snap.
sister.
If not,
Well, I was talking about the
Mother
pun, but you're
roll
also
her
right.
sleeves, then
Well, yeah.
everyone's sorry.
Quit this clowning. We are not.
Incidentally, Nene is older sister-pon, so even in fight with Kino, always make up swifty quick. But it's not because Mama Pon scare into submission, okay? Actually, it's what Nene like to call mature attitude.
Also, it doesn't really matter if you're, blood related or not. Kino isn't blood related. Oh my god, I just got the connection. That's why they had an adopted son.
Uh-huh.
Because these two could basically be adopted siblings.
Sorry, Sister
Yep,
Pon.
that's why Nene is here to basically set him straight and tell him what's what.
If your mother... If Yumea were here now, looking at us like this, I wonder what she would say.
Hey, don't tell me you're taking it seriously. It's spouting nonsense.
It has a name, you wing slut.
Nene's not thing. Nene is Nene.
What point is there in talking about it now? There's no way for us to know. She's dead and gone.
Well, have a guess then.
My apologies, Tyrea. I know you put great faith in her, so I just thought... But it's as you say. I'll admit, I never understood your mother's mind, even at the very end.
Yumea's devotion to the Bionite Order was how she honored the Imperial line.
Theme of finally coming to an
And
understanding.
also how she channeled her woe over our ultimate fate.
I think this theme is, Shulk and Fiora.
Contained no
That's what it's called in the OST.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
Due to the
I might be
loftiness of her
incorrect
faith,
there, so if someone wants to
Yumea could
help
be
out by correcting me, please do.
very
There's a
severe.
few themes that have kind of the
Towards
same
me and
motif.
herself.
So
I'm
it's
sure
easy to
she
get
can
them
see
mixed
now.
up if you don't have the name in front of you.
Attending at Yumea's side, serving her unto exhaustion was my whole life. Yumea's desires were mine as well. What's more, the blood that flows in me is in essence
Tyrea?
Yumea's blood and her will. Are they really doomed to just cease to be?
Yes. She's not here. You have to move forward.
Also, she was kind of a bitch, and her desires were not really conducive to the good of the people.
Yes, fuck her. Ha 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 ha, we are laughing.
Hey, whatever has got into you?
Sorry, I just remembered a funny joke.
If Yumea were here, if she saw me, saw us two, here's how she'd rebuke us. If you wish a future for the High Entia, you must do whatever is in your power.
Huh?
Changing one's way of life means negating your past self. I tried to change myself, and the path I walked until then, I disavowed. The precious path I had walked as Yumea's loyal retainer.
Despite everything, she still cares
Let
for
me
Yumea,
believe
which
it.
I find rather
The
touching.
Empress is your shadow.
It doesn't seem like she was treated too badly by Yumea.
I think Yumea was just kind of really harsh, but probably still as loving as she could be to a bastard child, basically.
Kept me by her
I
side
think
for that
Tyrea still caring for Yumea
She
despite
already
everything
showed me the road that I should take.
is very similar to how
I think I had to
Yumea,
repay her
despite
by
knowing
putting her will
what was
into
going to
action.
happen,
For
that the
her
High Entia were going
and
to
for
turn
the
into
future of the
Telethia,
High Entia.
that she still,
I see.
wanted to work for
So
the
that's the
Bionis
answer you have chosen.
or, some such like that.
I'm glad that is your decision, Tyrea.
You may be a fitting vessel to inherit the throne, but as a politician, you'll be much too soft for your own good.
That is why Kino will come in
If you
and
get
enact
behind the
harsh
pretty
vengeance
ideals
against
and
political
into ruin,
foes.
I could never face my mother.
The Melee will be
never
a
said-
fucking puppet ruler, and
Let's
Kino
face
will
it,
be the actual
You'll
ruler
need
of the High
someone to
Entia.
rein you in when you get too blinkered.
Frankly, I find the suggestion somewhat offensive. All right.
Nene, you haven't been needed here for quite a
I
while.
must
You
make
could have
an
left.
announcement too.
Also, your weapon's kind of blocking us really being able to see really
I,
well.
Melia Antiqua, Empress of the High Entia, by my name do solemnly decree. Be thou guardian, for our subjects and the race entire. Act the mistress of unseen shadows, and pledge thy very life to this throne. Swear your might, to my bidding, Tyrea.
Oh, sweet.
I accept. I will honor this commission, Your Majesty.
Also, I'm really glad the scene changed, because if she ducked down, she would have been completely covered by Nene's weapon.
Yeah.
Nene, very proud. Managed to apologize very beautiful. Major sister bomb vibes.
Who are you calling sisters? And I'll have you know, I've nothing to apologize for.
Ma'am? But, Miss Tyrea, just a proper big bow to Miss Melia, no?
You little... Are you actively trying to insult me?
It's kind of funny to see this, like, culture shock here.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But these character interactions are why I wanted to show these quiet moments, because these two with Tyrea are, I think, the most important ones.
Oh, by far, yeah.
Is within our grasp, sister mine.
Aww. Oh, there she goes.